everybody. So now I'm back to my normal. Yes, wardrobe change and everything, just for another video. No, so first off, you guys have been talking about life cycles. We started that, and remember that's the first little chunk of the elephant that we're going to eat. That is our 5-paragraph research paper. So when we started talking about life cycles, we have learned that life cycles, we need to kind of think of them more round, but they can also be linear because the life cycle continues on and on as long as that species is still alive. Unlike the dinosaurs where that species is gone. Now, we've talked, my guys have talked about the life cycle of a seed and the life cycle of a butterfly. We've talked about those firsthand. Now, everyone watched Generation Genius on Monday, and you saw a lot of other life cycles. So today, we gave you guys this, your remote learning, which I hope to goodness you took home, about 2 different life cycles. And it's the life cycle of the trout, which is a type of fish, and the life cycle of the frog. And the life cycle of the frog is one of those life cycles that you probably are more familiar with, like the life cycle of the butterfly. Well, the life cycle of the trout, maybe not so much. You may not have even known what the word trout meant. But these are super simple reads. You should have already read them. If you haven't, pause and read them. And then come back. All right, this is not a long video at all because all I want to point out are some characteristics that are the same and some things that are different in these 2 life cycles. In both of these life cycles, they both begin as eggs. They're both laid in the water. That's a characteristic that is the same in both of these life cycle sets. I'm going to ask you this. Did you hatch out of an egg? No. But now we're going to look a little bit deeper. When these animals, or when these critters, we'll call them critters, when these critters hatched out of their egg, did they resemble their parents? Go back and look in the text. In the text, it says, especially about the trout, it says, now they are young fish called fry, but they don't look like their parents yet. Okay, for the next year, they continue to grow up, and by 2 years, they finally look like the adults. Now, baby humans, when they're born, they already resemble a person. They don't look like some other little critter. They don't look like a spider. They don't look like a snake. They look like tiny adults. Now, granted, they don't have any teeth, but lots of old people don't have any teeth either. They don't have any hair, but lots of old people don't have any hair. Lots of young people don't have any hair. What am I saying? But baby humans resemble adult humans. These 2 life cycles that you should have read about already, they don't resemble their parents when they're born. When frogs are born, we call them, just like with these trout babies, when they're born, we call them a fry. When frogs are born, we call them a tadpole. Tadpoles look nothing like frogs. They don't have feet. They don't really have a face. I mean, they have a face, but not like a frog face. They got a tail. They have all these extra parts, and then they don't have parts. So they go through a massive change. So just like the way that the butterfly went through metamorphosis and changed, so does this frog. He goes through a massive change. The trout, he goes through a change, but it's not so much that he changes massive characteristics. He was born a baby fish, a fry, and it takes 2 years for him to finally resemble his parent. A frog, it's born a tadpole, and it has to go through those major changes. Tail shrinks, legs shoot out, face sinks in, whole body condenses, all that jazz, to where they finally resemble the adult. One thing that I want you to do, if you're at home and you have not figured out what your animal that you've chosen for your research project, if you've not figured out what that animal is called when it's a baby, I want you to try to find that out. Remember, you can use Kittle or Epic. If you have a parent with you, then maybe you can use a different source if you are having trouble finding it. I know yesterday, I'm totally going to call Andrew Glover out on this. He was struggling trying to find out what a baby rattlesnake was called. Well, I'm going to give you a heads up. I had no clue. And I've done these research projects for several years, and I almost know what every little critter's name is when it's a baby, but I've never had anybody do rattlesnakes before. So I was like, snakeling, hatchling, I don't know. So we looked it up together, and I helped him figure out that a baby rattlesnake is called a pre-button. How cool is that? And I think I'm totally being spied on, and now you can totally see Tucker's scoping us out. You never know what you're going to deal with on remote days. Anyways, so a baby rattlesnake is called a pre-button. So if you have not figured out what your animal's called as a baby, as its tiny form, I need you to find that out today. Okay, try your best. If not, shoot me a dojo message. If you're not in my class, shoot your teacher a dojo message or a clever message and ask them for some help. Or if you have my email address, you can totally email me and I can help you out as much as I can. All right, guys, I hope that you are staying, just like in the reading video, I hope you're staying weather aware, be safe. Do not make any crazy decisions like going outside and hanging out in the middle of a storm, okay? I want you to stay safe. I will see you soon and find out what your animal's baby name is. All right, bye guys, see you soon.